So today we'll start the Tableau demo, and this is majorly to talk about the major part. We are going to talk about Tableau development. Yeah. So Tarun,
Try, try.
hello Tarun.
Yes,
Yeah, you're able to hear me now.
yes, yes.
I have shared my screen even, so you should be able to see my uh, Paint application. Are you able to see?
Yes, yes.
Okay, then you can just go on mute, and if you have any questions, immediately you can unmute and you can ask me, and you can stop me wherever you have any questions. And I majorly look for giving good answers. Like, okay, you can share, you can unmute yourself. Sorry, mute yourself, Tarun. Yeah. Okay, so today as we are in Tableau demo, just I'll give you my introduction. So as all of you know, my name is Rajesh, and I'm having like 10 plus years of IT experience, and so I have worked on different tools like ETL tools and reporting tools. That is nothing but BI, we can say BI tools now, and we have like I have worked on Oracle and SQL Server, and I worked in companies like Capgemini, and Bank of America, BOA, and I worked in Polaris. So even I worked in IBM recently. So this is just my. I mean today. I mean now around 11 years of experience nearby to finish up 11 years. I am maybe next month I'll be completing. So throughout these 11 years, I have into Tableau like only admin part. I'm having like 6 plus years experience, and server, Tableau server, which is admin component, like 4 plus. Whereas 2 plus only on admin roles I worked on, and 2 plus on combination like development plus uh, admin. And recently I started working on Microsoft Power BI even. I mean, again with Tableau and Microsoft, I have like 2 years of experience. So this when I say like development admin and all, it is all going to help us to play a key role, or like to become an valuable resources. So HRs will be more effective when you have multiple technologies, uh, mostly like experience wise or like good technical knowledge wise even, because if they want to hire Tableau developer and server, two resources are required. Minimum to minimum, like maybe 2 plus years or 3 plus, at least if you think 8 lakhs of packages they have to give. So 8 plus 8, like 16 lakhs if they want to hire for two people. So it is a burden to client, right? So we can, so HRs will work in a way that making client more effective on the pace, like whatever the pay he had. So uh, even instead of paying 16 lakhs and taking two different people, so they can hire one person and they can give up to 12 lakhs also. That is benefited to the developer as well, or admin as well, or as well to the company, to the client, everywhere. So when you have such kind of technologies with you, you are demand in the market. So I mostly will be eagerly learning multiple technologies and showcasing that into my experience, like to get some projects on that. So like that I have worked on in multiple companies, and today I'm a freelancer. I support, I have two clients. They are not officially clients and I'm not running any organization, but still I got some past piece of work from them, and I'm working here like as a freelancer even. So that is like side part of as I'm doing the trainings apart from my work. So this is all about myself. And to start to start up today's session, so if you people I just want go with your introduction. So, what exactly you are looking for, and what exactly we have to discuss, we'll come to know. So that I just want to get some introduction about yourself. So quickly, can I get update from Tarun? So what exactly you are looking for, and of course, Tarun, I know that you are looking for admin purely. Uh, just for to get an idea, I asked you to join the Tableau. So individually, I know, and okay, I will just give introduction about Sravan. So he is already working an experienced professional, and he want to uh, learn Tableau development part as of now, and he want to switch from one kind of technology to another kind. As I know, is that correct, Shravan?
Yeah, yeah, yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
And how many years of experience you have?
8 years of
8
experience.
years of experience. Fine. Okay then. Yeah. So Shravan is having like 8 years, and Tarun is having like he's in different domain like GoDaddy. He's working for GoDaddy, and majorly he want to switch for admin concept in Tableau server for Tableau server. And there was one more person, one more attendee, Honey, and Jahanvi, like she's like working in again like support kind of thing, and again she want to learn Tableau desktop for the development of Tableau. So this is just a brief to know each other, but maybe today we are in demo, we don't know finally who will be in the batch save. So we will once we have finally got one conclusion, at that point of time we'll introduce more better way, okay, to get interaction between one person to other person, either in the task wise or like technically if you want to have any questions, something like that. We'll create some group, and we'll more in be more in touch. Okay, fine. For today I'll start now the Tableau demo. So Tableau demo, when I say majorly, first of all, in the demo part, we or like me, as a trainer, I want to showcase what is Tableau first of all. So for that, if I ask you people or if I ask someone else, major of the people are going to tell it is an a reporting tool. And in some cases people might means maybe who people give like reply with reporting tool, maybe they are not that much good professionals, maybe they know in and out of Tableau or any other tools, but who people say that it is a BI product. So these people will have, I can tell that these people have some more knowledge, where the people with less experience, how do they know? They know something more about Tableau when they say as a BI tool. But these are two different things or like the same thing? Both are same. Either Tableau can be a reporting tool or an a BI tool. So when I say BI, again, what is meant by BI? What is BI? So BI means it is a business intelligence. Business intelligence. So when I say business intelligence, uh, majorly people will say that okay, it is related to something business or something like that. No, it's a purely software technology which will support the business and getting some intelligence of the business. But it is not a business product, it is purely a software product. Okay, it is in a software, it is a tool. So we'll try to understand what is business intelligence then, because we got a confusion here. Business intelligence means, right, we might say that it is a related to a business product. No, it is purely a software product. So we'll try to understand what is BI now. I'm just talking what is BI. So normally for any software product or any kind of, I heard some voice. Anyone have any questions? If not, okay, fine. So any software will have end users. So for example, if I am running a business, the application which I am developing, I said I have two freelancers. I'm sorry, I'm a freelancer. I'm working for two different clients. So client means, for suppose, I'll tell you, one is like finance related client. The line of business LOB of client is finance. So when you go to any finance, like for example Bajaj Finance or like Tata Capitals, so those people will suggest you. For example, they'll give a call. Sometimes those people might give a call saying that, so based on your package, we can offer you these loans or something like that. So this the same thing will not be, the same offers will not given to all of the people. They'll say that, sir, you can get up to 7 lakhs and it's like only 10.99% of interest rate. But maybe it is not the same for all the customers who get the same call. So these people who are calling will have an application. That application will tell, so for this package, if you are working in this so and so company, then this is the rate of interest will be applied. So this is purely in the back end. So the application which they are using, these people who are calling you, those are called end users. Those are called end users. And for that application, and the people who are asking us to construct that application, those people are client for us. Those people are client. So now I have end users. I'm just coming back to my demo, and it is a technical part like RDBMS. What is RDBMS? I'll tell you, but before to that, the end users I stopped on. I'll just come to this part. So end users means, for example, you are going to ATM. So you are seeing one application over there. Once you scratch your card or swipe your card in into the machine, you are getting one application to give you your password. So that is an application. For that applications, who are the end users? You and me, because daily I go and do withdrawal of some amount from my bank account using that bank ATM application. The same way, Flipkart, you are doing online shopping. So when you go to flipkart.com, and if you are purchasing some product, the flipkart.com end user are like you and me again. We are customers. So the applications will be having different end users. Okay. So now these end users are, for example, I'm just going to talk about one of the business domain like Flipkart, like retail domain I want to talk, and one of the major client who we all well known like Amazon. Who is the competitor for Flipkart? Amazon, Jabong, like these all people who do online business trading, right? Business sales. So the Flipkart domain will talk today. We'll talk about the Flipkart domain. So as a user, so users means you and me. So what we do, we create one account in the Flipkart, and once you log in into that Flipkart, what we are going to see, we are going to see the images of the products. And once you create a user ID and password, for example, 1 week back you created one user and user ID and password. Today you are able to log in by giving the same user ID and password. That means that user ID and password is storing somewhere. So that is storing here itself within the RDBMS. Within the RDBMS. So RDBMS means it is a relational database management system. So this is also called as OLTP, Online Transaction Processing System. Online Transaction Processing System. To run your business in online mode, we use OLTP. Okay. So the users for Flipkart, do you think they are only from India? They are only from India? No. They are only from US? No. They are only from UK or Europe? No. So from different locations we'll get the users registrations. So user ID and password will be stored in the central database according to the server address which they assign to that application. They will be loading their data into this database. So whatever you do, so sometimes you purchase a product, you log into the Flipkart to purchase a product. Sometimes you want to return it, you want to exchange it. These all things we do in generally, right? So that all information is going to store in this database only, in this database. So what is the purpose of this database? To run the business, to do online transaction processing. Now assume that this database is to run the business. The data, for example, this database is into the live in 2010, in the year of 2010. Today we are in 2020, that means almost all 10 years of data we have. So with this 10 years of data, can we utilize the 10 years of data, and can we do any other help to Flipkart? That means Flipkart is running so far from 10 years within the same organization, but no one do the business in the same way, right? Either they do some enhancements in their premises, they may do their enhancements within the look and feel, the logos, everything can be changed, maybe 2 years once, or like 1 year or 3 years, everything per a year it will change. So according to this add-on, means from past 10 years Flipkart is running one business, means it might get some profits, it will get some profits, or else it will not continue for the 10 years of the business day to day, right? So with that profit, Flipkart, for example, the first year in 2010 year, the first year done completed, can Flipkart will do the same thing what it was doing in 2009? No, I guess, right? From this 1 year of the business data, from the 1 year of the business data from 2010 to 2011, in 2011 it will get some idea where it is investing unnecessarily, where it is investing something which is not required, and where the advertisements were chargeable, on which products may not be helpful in that particular time. So like that it might get understand of it, am I right? Then the second year what it will do, it will try to apply the analysis on the previous 1 year data. Okay, so and so product the customer is getting purchased, I mean his purchasing means I am getting some profit of 10 rupees on each product. So on that product I can invest only to advertisement for 2 rupees or 3 rupees. I'll keep a margin and I'll invest to advertise only 2 rupees or 3 rupees, because for a 10 rupees of product I cannot invest 20 rupees and I cannot go for advertisement, right? So I'll just invest of 2 rupees, 3 rupees. But when I come to know that that product have to invest only this much of amount, when after 1 year, okay, maybe at the starting also we might know, but maybe in all over the world this business is this product is not selling very well. Some products will be there, they will be sold according to the season, according to the region, according to the offers that we provide. So there are multiple circumstances like we see to sell a product. So according to that we have to invest the advertisements or investments. So to do that analysis, maybe the RDBMS data when I am in 2010, it's fine. With 1 year of data I might get only some thousands of records, but year to year my data is getting increased, and within this OLTP system I cannot perform business analysis, because if I am writing any queries on this database, my data is storing in the database or not, and database can understand only one language, that is SQL language. So we have to write some queries to understand that data. So when I am performing this SQL, some of the performance will be applied to these SQL queries or not. In that case, if the customer is getting and hitting this database, it might be slow. Means two works are going on. One is writing SQL queries to understand the 1 year data. The second one, day-to-day transactions are happening. When two processes are happening, might this database impact based on the performance? Based on the performance, because Sum of, for example, you have your laptop, for it's having like 8 GB of RAM. I'm having my own laptop, I'm having VMware Vision. VMware means it is another machine which virtually it will create. VMware means virtual machine. Now I have launched this VMware also. Now my RAM is 8 GB. I'm having VMware, this is one machine, virtual machine, and backend I'm having one more machine. So my RAM is shared. For example, 8 GB I have and 4 GB I have given to VMware, and 4 GB I am using for my local machine. And I want to go for RDC, remote desktop, another client server. Desktop I want to connect. The three things I cannot do at a time, whereas my RAM is shared. The same way, the server where you installed, this might impact your performance. So, for example, what will happen if this impacted with the performance? For example, you are going to Flipkart.com. As a customer, you are going to Flipkart.com. Flipkart.com page is opening like for 1 hour. For example, if I am just going to Flipkart like this, and it is opening for 5 to 10 minutes, for example. See how much fast it got open now. So when it is opening in this way, only I'll be interesting to go and do some shopping. But if it is taking 10 to 15 minutes of time, maybe I cannot afford that much of time to purchase a product in the online. I can directly go to a store itself. Maybe the product will come through Zomato, or like if you see some, even if you order, they'll give within 1 hour of time and they'll give you the product. Maybe Flipkart, these all will take some days of time. So in that case, if you don't wait, I mean, we cannot wait. So if the performance is down, the front end applications can affect on the customers, I mean on the business also. So for that reason, what we did, for example, we are in 2011 today. So 2010 complete data I'll be loading into one more database called data warehouse database. One more database is called like data warehouse database. So this data warehouse database, what it is going to do, it is going to maintain all the history of the business. That means we are in 2011 today, assume that we are in 2011. 2010 complete year data, what we can do, we can load into this data warehouse. So to load the data from RDBMS to OLAP systems, that is nothing but data warehouse, we use a process called ETL process. We use the process called ETL process. So now this is also called as data warehouse database, like RDBMS, and or else it is also called as application wise OLAP, online analytical processing system. That means the major interest to showcase or like to maintain the history data from the business day to day to the history data into data warehouse, to analyze the business, to understand the business, we use data warehouse database. That's what we call it as online analytical processing system. Even this is also a DB, this is also a database. So to understand this data, we have to write what? SQL queries. We have to write SQL queries. So the data is coming and falling. Assume that I said 2010 and we are in 2020 today. When we are in 2020, how many years of data we have here? From 2010 to 2019, complete years of data I am having within this data warehouse or not? But maybe clients will not do every time business analysis from the day one. The generation or like the year to year, the strategies might change, right? So in that case, this all years of data what I am taking, I am just going to, I may take like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years of history data, and what I am going to do, I am going to generate some reports. I am going to generate some reports. So these reports we can call them as bar charts or else pie charts or else line charts, or we can say area charts, something like that, according to the category of the data that we are trying to view. We will showcase that. So the data which is in a textual format, we are converting that into a graphical mode. So now how much what do we say, like report which is having highest sales. For suppose this is related to sales based on products. Total I'm having 5 products, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Which product is having more sales? Here, by looking at the graph bar chart or else by looking at the color itself, green color indicates what? Something like positive or like a good sign. So I'm just showcasing, by looking at this product is having more sales, I can say immediately. Am I right? If this report is related to the product sales, so this product is having more sales. Instead of writing a query, if I write a query, it will take some time, and if the data is coming in a textual format, to understand the data only it will take some time or not. But if you go to this graphical representation, it will be faster. You can understand the data faster. So that's where people will be, means in IT everywhere we have to save time. That's it. The main concept of IT is to save the time. Without IT, can't we work or what? Can't we live or what? We can live. We can do our work. We can do the business. Everything we can do. But only the thing, to save the time only we got some IT into the market. So here also within the IT, if you want to understand the data, we have to generate graphical visualizations like this. After generating these visualizations, who is going to generate these visualizations means that concept we call it as reporting. That concept we call it as reporting. And after this report generation, we have to share these reports to the end users again. Who is the end user? I said these end users are you and me. The end users at the starting page we said like you and me. But these end users are not you and me. These end users are BDMs, business development managers. Who will hire them? Flipkart will hire them. What is the background of these BDMs? Maybe like MBA, maybe related to some MCOM, finance related, accounts related system, education they will be doing. So BDM, MBA means masters in the business application. So they'll have some strategies where they have to invest more, where they have to, in which time we have to invest more. So they'll give some queries to us, some questions to us. For that questions we have to generate a report. That is the work of a BA developer. So when you are working with, when you showcase some experience with Tableau, you are a BA developer. When you are maintaining these reports, that means, see, these reports cannot be shared to everyone, right? There are some reports which will share to everyone, but there are major reports of the any company will not ready to share to everyone. Am I right? That is a company's information. So we have to add security to this. So when you want to add a security, we will do with the server. We will do with the server. That is the admin concept. We have to manage these reports. Okay, fine. We have to schedule these reports. Okay, we'll talk into. So what is the role of who is going to perform the sharing of these reports means admin. So admin uses a component called Tableau server. I'll talk each and every component here involved here. So what I mean to say is this is all about the BI. BI means getting some information from a raw data. We are at last we are getting some reports. Which product is having highest sales? That is one information or not? In which area the product is having more sales? That is one more information or not? Like that we'll have multiple reports and multiple informations we'll get. From where we are getting this data? Well, these reports from the OLAP, what data we have, that data only we are generating into visualization. When I say data warehouse, from where for data warehouse, where we are getting the data? From the OLTP systems, which is ETL process. We are doing ETL process and loading the data from OLTP to OLAP. For OLTP, where the data is coming, customers are doing their transactions. According to their transactions, the data is coming and falling into the OLTP systems. So this data, as I said, this database is maybe one database, but some, for example, Flipkart customers data, it is storing in Oracle. It is storing in, I'm sorry, in Oracle. The database called like Oracle. Maybe the employees relationship, the employees data, they might store in DB2. That is a IBM's product database. In some like vendor, like dealers, I mean not dealers, like delivery vendors. Delivery vendors are there. So those people might be those information they might store in SQL Server from Microsoft. So like this we have different databases in the world. So these all databases they might use, and not only the databases, they might store in flat files, they might store in Excel sheets, XML data, anywhere they might store this data. So if you have multiple data sources like that, even ETL is the one where it can extract from different databases and different data sources. So when you get a data, to get a piece of information from different data sources, for example, one table is in a flat file, one table is in a database, one table is in a Excel sheet. Like that I'm getting some information from different data sources and I'm integrating them, and I'm just loading into one particular database and I'm just pulling some information graphically. This complete process we call it as BI. So that's what I said. Tableau means it is a reporting tool. So who said, I said like who said reporting tool? What is Tableau means? Well, the people who says reporting tool, they know that Tableau can be utilized only here. That means extracting the data from the data warehouse and they will be generating a report. That's it. But it is not the actual thing. Tableau now it can perform the ETL operations also. That is the reason we are saying it is a BI product. So ETL in the market of Tableau is data prep. Data prep. So it got introduced in 2018. Okay, I'm sorry. And this is your database. This database, data warehouse database, majorly people will use Teradata or else Hadoop or else Hadoop file system they use, or else they might use a Snowflake nowadays. It is a cloud database. Okay, so like this different databases they use. And the reporting, Tableau desktop is the one which will help us to visualize the data like this. So and the visualization reports, the build visualizations will be maintained, will be shared to the end users. End users means BDMs here, business development managers, using Tableau server. Tableau server. This is one more component from Tableau Corporation. So server is it's related to admin. So before going to Tableau practically, I want to show I'll show that. Before to that, so far, you people have any questions? If you have any questions, please let me know. So either Janvi or like Tarun, Shravan. First of all, did you get what exactly? Yeah, Tarun, you are asking something?
Will you please explain this last one, Tableau server, about this one,
I'll
last
talk.
one?
I'll talk. I just told you that there is a component like Tableau server. I'll talk what is the roles and
Okay.
responsibilities, whatever the thing. Okay, I'll talk more clear.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So apart from that, any other questions, Shravan? So have you got first of all what my intention to talk about up to now? Like Shravan, I did not hear you anything.
Yeah, no questions.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine then. So Janvi, you're fine. Did you get the things what I was trying to uh, take you?
Yeah, Rajesh, we are good to go.
Okay, fine. Thanks. So now we'll talk individually like ETL. So I said from the ETL tool we have data prep from Tableau. So what is meant by ETL? ETL means E stands for extraction, T stands for transformation, and L stands for load. What is extraction? We are pulling the data from OLTP systems. Am I right? That means we are extracting. And what is meant by transforming? I said before, if you have different databases, what we are doing? We are integrating these different data sources or different databases. Integration is called one transformation. We have to use joins. If you people don't know about joins, no problem. I'll train you the SQL part either. Okay, but up to BI environment, what we required, we'll try. So after integrating the data, what you are getting, that we have to load it into data warehouse. That's what we say ETL. And transformations means not only the joins. We have lot of. One more example I'll give. In India, the customer is purchasing one product. US customer is producing one more product. Europe people also purchasing the product. What is the currency of India? It is rupees. Am I right? It is rupees. What is the currency of US dollars? What is the currency of euros? Europe's euro. Their values are not same, right? They are differ. What is $1 is equal to like some rupees? Am I right? According to the day, what rupees we have, what calculation we have to take. So that I cannot compare $1 and 1 rupee and 1 euro. I cannot compare these. If I got $1 and if I got 2 rupees, 2 rupees is 2, whereas I cannot say that the 2 rupees product which I got, that is my more profit. I cannot tell that. Even if you take $1, the 2 rupees we will have a value. Am I right? So like that we have differentiate from dollar to rupees, rupees to euros. I cannot simply go and compare. What I have to do, these three different currencies I have to convert into value wise into one currency. For that I have to write some calculations or not. Some mathematical functions we have to use and we have to get it or not. Those all we can do in the form of transformations. In the transformations. And after getting output of that all conversions or like transformations, we load the data into the data warehouse. This is the process of ETL. Whereas from Tableau we have data prep which introduced in the year of 2018, but Tableau, major people don't use data prep. They will go for another tool called like Alteryx, which is the tool called Alteryx, and they might go with some other tools like Dendo. They are latest BI tools in the market, but 100% may not all the people go for the same. They can differ, like Informatica, Data Stage, Talend. There are multiple ETL tools in the market, but we don't require all of them. As a BI Tableau developer, we have to know about data prep. We'll talk about data prep also. Data prep and SQL Server, these two SQL, these all weekend sessions. Okay, in my training, I'll take it them as a weekend test. And next we have to understand what is data warehouse. Means how this database is built. So this is database. This OLTP systems are using ER modeling, and data warehouse database is using dimensional modeling. So these modelings we have to understand. So, but as a initial developers, we don't require of complete knowledge, but still in and out we have to know. So I'll talk about that. That is also weekend session. So the weekend sessions are data prep and data warehouse and data warehouse and SQL. These three are weekend sessions. Next, so I said reporting. So Tableau Desktop is our regular class, and the main motto of this training is to complete the Tableau Desktop. So this Tableau Desktop will cover in 3 levels. As day 1 onwards I am saying, like L1, L2, L3. So these 3 levels will be very high importance from one level to another level. So level 1 will be the more practicality and more conceptuality and everything with Tableau hands-on. By completion of level 1, you should be very friendly user with Tableau Desktop. Level 2 is technical, purely technical. Like in the interviews, you have to get answers for every question, such a way that level 2 is designed. Level 3 is purely your project level. So when in projects, commonly we do for every client some of the business reports. So those common reports with some calculations I'll talk, period PTD sales, something like that. So those are commonly used for every client in every domain, in every LOB. So those all I'll be discussing in level 3, that is project level. And next, admin the Tableau server. So these reports are built. When these reports are built, we have to take security of them. How do we take a security? For suppose I have different region managers. I mean to say, Flipkart is a worldwide business. So for example, it is a worldwide business. So in India there will be BDMs for every state, and in US also they will be there. Do you think all the region values or like data has to be shared across multiple region people, or they have to be individual? For example, US BDM have to know about only the US related data, not about the other countries data. India region manager want to know only the Indian related data, not any other states of relation. So in that case, we have to add security, data security. That securities will be added through admins. The developed reports will be published to the server. From server to the end users, admin will be sharing. That is first major important task. Publishing the reports to the end users. Either they might look for mobile applications wise, they might look for tabs, they might look for desktops, whatever it is. Accordingly, we have to share the visualizations to the end users in according to their electronic device. Okay, that is one thing, publishing. Next thing is, these developers are going to build these visualizations in the year of 2010, for suppose. But today also these visualizations are able to helpful to the BDMs. That means in these visualizations we have the current data or not. But the visualization is developed in 2010, but till today the data is getting loaded with the latest data, means these are scheduled reports. That means scheduling is done for these reports. Every day these reports will be executing and getting the latest data. So that scheduling also will be the activity of admin. Scheduling will be the activity of the admin. And next, security. And we can have row level security, we can have table level, like that we have some report level securities we have. And we have to create some sites. This is internal again, sub part of a server, something like. We'll talk more in detail in that classes. So like this, we have different roles and responsibility as a admin. So this admin I'll be covering within 15 to 20 hours of duration. With SQL and data warehousing concepts we'll discuss, but it will take more time. Okay, 25 hours. Only Tableau server 15 to 20 hours I'll be discussing. There are total 12 topics that we have to discuss. Migration, upgradation, from one version to another version, how to migrate, those all we'll talk in detail. Okay, this is about Tableau server. Tableau desktop, Tableau data prep, Tableau server. These are the three major high level components, but we have some components. We'll talk Tableau ecosystem. In Tableau ecosystem I'll talk. Is it fine, or Tarun, do you have any questions?
No, fine.
Okay. So I'm just going to, one good thing with Tableau is the Tableau desktop version, we can install multiple versions on your same laptop. You can install multiple. That is very good thing. I have from 8.1 onwards. 8.1 version released in 2012 year. Till today I'm having the latest version 2020.2. Okay, so we have like more latest version. I hope recently one more version got released. So this is Tableau desktop. First of all, I'll talk about the power of visualization. See now, I'm just connecting to one of the file called Superstore file, which will be given by Tableau software when you install Tableau desktop. That will have like 16,798 records. See now, if you take this, we got 16,798 rows. We got these many records we have. This is good enough to practice with Tableau and get some good experience with Tableau. Okay, but apart from this data, I'll use some more data sets also to get more understanding. Now, how the visualizations, how the data will be looked into the database, in the data warehouse means, this is the way. It is saving the data in the database like rows and columns. I want to get, in the year, I have 4 years of data. Here I got 4 years. I am well known about this data set. I can tell you from 2010 to 2013 data I am having here. So this 4 years of data is having 16,798 rows. From this data I want to understand which year sales are, I am having which year sales, and within the year which month sales are very high. If I want to understand that data, that requirement, and from this data it is too high difficulty. Some people say, sir, I am good at SQL, I'll write SQL queries and I will get it. Yes, of course, that is also correct. But writing a code is very complex thing. You might get some 1,000 lines of code. And if you do some changes, if you want to do it and if you want to perform, it is typical to do that. It will get like irritation kind of thing. But if you are very good habit to write an SQL queries, that's fine. But after writing an SQL query, even you will get, for example, these are thousands of records, 16,000 records. After writing some code and if you get some data which is required, you might get 100 lines of records. If you get 100 lines of records also, understanding from that 100 lines of records is very typical or not? Very typical, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, I'm understanding the sales. So I got 2010 year data, years of data. This 2010 years, if I want to get months of data, how to get months? Just go to months. I got here 12 months, but actually how many years I'm having? 4 years. How many months I should get? 4 into 12, 48 rows I have to get, but how many I'm getting? Only 12. January month 4 years of data I have to get, but I'm not getting that. That is the behavior of Tableau. Then which January sale is this? Is it related to 2010, 2011, 2012? Which year's salary January sale is this? To understand that, take order date and place it into the colors. When you place it, see now, it is going to now categorize. January, this bar is related to all the 4 years. All the 4 years. Now if you understand, you can understand the data easily or not. In January, the January month, in which year we have high sales? We got 2013 very high sales, 2012 we got low sales, 2011 and 2012 nearby sales we got, 2010 we got some more compared to 2012 and 2011 for January month. Like that every month for all the 4 years we are able to compare or not. How much easily we are doing, how much and how much accurate it is very accurate. If you do with SQL code or something, somewhere you miss, you are doing manually. In that case you miss somewhere some value, then automatically it is going to affect a lot of analysis impacted. But here it is very accurate. See, all the 4 years of data within all the 12 months of every year we are able to understand here. How much easily we are able to view. Understand or not? So this is power of visualization. The same one thing I will talk how to build the visualization, how we should not build the visualizations. See now, the same data, the same visualization I will build in a different way. Whatever I am doing, don't bother. These all things we'll talk in detail, step by step and individually in the classes. See now I have all the 4 years of data, 40 years, 48 marks card I am having. But understanding the data here is typical or not? I'm decreasing the size of this tool. See now, I got January 2010 here, 2011 January. Comparing these two is typical or not? The same data I am showing. Here we have a lot number of components we should not have. We have to implement the visualization with few components. I am having here few values or not? But very important data I am having here or not? Which is effective? Sheet 1 or sheet 2? Sheet 1 is effective. We have to build visualizations like this, not like this. So which we have to do, which we should not do. I'll talk in detail of them. Okay. This is power of visualization. Now I'll talk the power of Tableau. In market we have multiple BI tools. But why we should go for Tableau, or else how Tableau is powerful, I'll just show. I'm just building one visualization. You no need to bother if you're not understanding, leave them. I'll talk that in detail. Okay. This all at high level I'm just building, but don't confuse. It is not a class or something else. Okay. For example, I'm plotting a country map. So I got the country map. Okay. I'm just doing one concept. How Tableau is powerful, I want to show. See now, 1 second. I'm just trying to show you. So, for example, if you are uh, working with an travel kind of like airlines related domain. One second, I'm just so I'm just going for level 3 somewhat faster. See, the map, the animations, whatever I created, we can make it in the slower motion even. So this is power of Tableau. I just want to talk how much simply, like how much easiest way within few steps I have implemented or not. I have done this implementation very simple, right? So within few steps, I did in within few steps. I did not do much hard work, but normally in any other this is one of the unique advantage or the concept of Tableau, the animations and image processing. This we will talk in the level 2. Okay, so this is like just want to say that it is a power of Tableau. Any other BI tools also can do this. I'm not saying that they cannot do, they'll do, but it is related to with a few more technologies we have to involve, and in the same way we have some drawbacks with Tableau also. So Tableau will not much effective on like live data, working on live data. Okay, so this is all about we can show these lines, the road map which I'm showing, the air map which I'm showing. We can just highlight this, the travel or the trip from one state to another state, whether we are getting profits or losses. If profits I'm getting, I can show in green. If they are losses, I can show in red color. Like that I can showcase the values even. Okay, like that we can get. This is the power of Tableau. So this is all about a demo. So these reports, whatever we build, either the sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, whatever we build, these reports will be published to the server. So once we publish to the server, we have to sign in. This is a local machine. As of now, the server is not inactive. I'll get it. That server address is also different. So once you get that, publish into that workbook into the server. From there, the securities we should be added, and the sharings for whom we have to share, in which mode we have to share, for which device we have to share, what securities we have to provide, what is the scheduling, weekly ones or daily ones, what is the frequency of scheduling. Those all will be taken care by the admins. Okay, so this is all about the demo of Tableau, and this is the content that we had for the developer. So this is, as I said, level 1. These all topics which I am going to talk from desktop installation. I'll talk about Tableau ecosystem also. Ecosystem means what all products we have within Tableau corporation. I'll just talk related to them. I'll talk all of them. I mean, like Tableau desktop is the major important one. And which developer role, admin role, Tableau online also we'll see. This is also for 14 days. For Tableau server, what is difference server and online? Online is a cloud based. Server is premises, on premises. And we have end user also. End user products like Tableau mobile. It is an app we can install from Play Store. Visible for tabs. Tableau reader, it is free component for the managers and some to visualize the reports. Just to view the reports we use Tableau reader. Tableau data prep I showed. Tableau public, which is a free version and lifetime free, there is no limit. Tableau desktop, it is having 14 days trial, but how to get over next 1 year license, those all I will talk in the Tableau installation concept. In that is first scenario. And next, data connections, this all we have to talk. And level 2 will be the major one, will be in this concept like calculations and forecasting, trend lines, regular expressions, sets and bins. Very important. Animations and image processing. With these only I implemented this airlines concept. Okay, so like that we have. And level 3, advanced calculations. Here where we'll come to know the real-time PTD calculations. And here geospatial, whatever the map I have done, within that we have some files from NASA. We get some server headlines. We can how to take those files. Those all we'll talk. So savings and operation migration. This is development part, and this is the server one. We got Tableau server setup, user creation, publishing the content. So we got groups, and we got upgradation, ownership, tab command, Tableau server process, and architecture will discuss. Permissions to the users, how to provide and what are they. Those all things we will discuss. Creating sites, very important concept within Tableau server. Within this site we can assign some developers. Okay, so total level scenarios we have. And the 12th one I'll add, it is TSM, which I did not add it in this. That is the latest version 2019 future. Okay, so this is all about the demo. If you have any questions, you can ask right now related to technical part. If any other related, we can talk them individually. So if you have any questions, or if you are good, let me know. You can just unmute and you can give your feedback. Based on that we can.
Rajesh?
Yeah, Tarun.
Hello.
Yeah, Tarun, tell me.
Rajesh, what you perform charts are everything in Tableau desktop.
Tableau desktop.
Do you need to have any server, or you have performed in local system?
Related to Tableau desktop.
This one, do you perform like Tableau chart?
Tableau server. No,
Yes.
You are asking.
I mean, do you need to have server to perform Tableau desktop?
No need. Tableau desktop is different component. Tableau server is different component.
No, I mean, do you need Windows server or like that?
Okay, OS you are asking.
Yes.
Tableau desktop is flexible on Mac and as well Windows. Only these two OSs it will support. Tableau server, Windows, I will show in Windows. In the VMware, I will separately virtual machine I will create. On that I will install Tableau server. Windows server is enough.
Okay.
You asked about OS only, right? If I am not wrong.
No, not about OS. I asked about in real time. Do you need to log in server? I mean a Windows server or anything like that to perform a Tableau desktop.
Yeah. Tableau desktop means it is purely dependent. Some cases how it will be, you can do in your local machine. You have to share this Tableau workbook to the server. So server is very important, right? That server will be the client server. You can install in your local machine. You can work on by getting license.
Okay.
No need of logging into the client machine. In some cases, client will give you like you have to use remote desktop, and you have to connect to the client machine, and there you have to work with Tableau. Multiple ways.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So any other questions from Savan or Janvi?
Yeah, Rajesh, my only concern is we can install this Tableau desktop inside, I mean, in the base machine itself, right?
Yes,
We
yes.
doesn't need any VM to be separately
No need.
installed on your Windows system
No need.
and then install over there.
No need.
We
No need.
doesn't need any different environment like
No,
the actual one we can use it, right?
yes, only 2 GB RAM is required. Even if 2 GB less also fine, no problem. But you cannot install multiple versions if you have less RAM. But there is no VMware required. VMware is for only Tableau server, which is admin concept.
Okay. So, if we need to access the server, it is not possible in the local machine. Like,
No, no,
we need a VM, right?
no need, no need. We can install in the local machine also. But only the thing, we have only 14 days trial version. Once you are
Okay.
done with that 14 days, again if you want to install, you cannot install on the same machine. We have to
Okay. Fine.
reinstall, and we have to get install again. So
So,
instead of that, we got VMware where we can create multiple instances.
okay, okay. Then yeah, got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the only reason. Okay. But server, if you want to install, 8 GB RAM is minimum required for 2018 version. So 7, I mean, any other questions?
Yeah, no questions from my end.
Okay, anyhow, I have recorded this session, so I'll share this across. Go through once again, and if you have any questions, even you can come back to me. And this is all for today. If everyone is fine, we will wind up the session for today, and you can leave.